host, Scary Pops. Everybody loves a good scare, so let's get into it. Hello? Hi, is this Karen Maitland speaking? Hey, I'm really sorry for calling so late. It's just, I know your daughter. What, is Anna okay? Oh, no, your other. I go to community college with Sarah. Oh, okay, wow. Well, whereabouts are you? Chicago? From your reaction, I'm guessing Sarah's always been kind of a lone wolf character. Yeah, you could say that. I mean, it's great to hear she has friends over there. Can I ask what this is about? Well, I'm actually calling to ask if you've been in touch with Sarah recently. No, not really. She sort of broke off contact a while ago. I always told her if she wanted to. I haven't changed my phone number just in case, but I think she's probably changed hers by now. Oh, well, I'm sorry. It doesn't sound like her. Oh, listen, I'm really sorry to be the one to tell you, but Sarah's been reported missing. What? What do you mean, missing? For how long? Almost 3 days? 3 days? I mean, what's happening? Are people looking for her? Well, that's the thing. I don't think they really are. I mean, she likes to keep to herself, and she doesn't really have any close friends, and she was always sort of prone to absences. I mean, it's like no one's noticed. I told the police, but they've hardly looked into it. Sure, she's a little antisocial. That doesn't mean they don't have to. Listen, can you tell me the name of your campus? I'll fly over tonight. I can be there by tomorrow morning. Sure. It's the Westgate campus. I was just calling to let you know, but honestly, it's really great to hear someone actually take this seriously. Yeah, thanks. Of course. I mean, thank you so much for telling me. I really, really, really appreciate it. No, honestly, it's me who should be thanking you. I've done this a few times before, but it isn't fun if no one cares. I'm sorry, what? What do you mean? Hello? Hello? My high school girlfriend called late one night after I was home in bed. She said that something had happened and asked if I could come over. She was clearly shaken and not full of details, so I told my parents and I went to go drive over to her house, and it was at the top of their subdivision. But I was met with cops with lights on, and he asked where I was going, so I told him about the call from my girlfriend. He let me go by, and as I came over the hill to the cul-de-sac where she lives, I could see multiple cop cars around the circle. They watched me pull up and get out of my car, and my girlfriend came running out of the house and met me in the street. And she explained that somebody broke into her neighbor's house and started beating her with something heavy. But the neighbor managed to get out of the house, and she headed over to my girlfriend's house and started banging furiously on the front door. My girlfriend's dad was out of town, so her mom answered the door, and the neighbor fell into the foyer, bleeding profusely from the head. Her mom looks up to see the attacker headed up the walkway towards the front door. She pulls the neighbor into the house and closes the door, hitting the attacker with it before it fully closes. He then took the heavy tool he had that he used to beat the neighbor, and he smashed the little window at the top of the door. Mom started screaming, and the attacker just turned around and walked up the street into the darkness. I spent the night there that night, and also 2 or 3 cops outside in their cars. And in the morning, we could see blood still pooled on the floor in the foyer, and splattered blood above the front door from where the attacker had swung the bloody tool to smash the window. No one was ever caught or even identified. Luckily, the neighbor survived, and to my knowledge, she had no permanent physical injuries beyond the scarring from having her scalp stapled shut. She moved away shortly after the incident.
I was playing with my Legos in the living room with my 5-year-old son when he yelled, "Daddy, something bit me." He raised his hand and showed me a drop of blood on the tip of his finger. Don't worry, I'll get the first aid kit," I said as I rushed to the kitchen to find a Band-Aid. He started sucking on the end of his finger as I searched for the Band-Aid. While wrapping the bandage around his finger, I asked him, "What do you think bit you?" He pointed behind him to a pile of Legos. "It was one of the minifigures. I got them from the new kid." "It was probably something sharp." "No, it's the Lego, Daddy." Okay, let me check." I looked down at the pile of Lego pieces. My son's collection contains a wide range of bricks, plates, and tiles of various lengths, widths, and colors. I saw 2 new Lego figurines, which didn't belong to Jeremy earlier. I inspected the carpet closely, but I didn't find anything sharp. "Hey, buddy, which one do you think did it?" "The blue astronaut." I spot the toy he was playing with and picked it up. I hold it close to my eye and realize that it's different from a regular minifigure. It feels heavier. And instead of a simple black smile, it has a set of highly detailed teeth. Its ink-dot eyes didn't seem to line up, and it wears a blue spacesuit with a sickle in one hand, which looks highly unnatural for any astronaut costume. Where did you say you got this?" "The new kid from school. He said that I could have it." Just then, a strange thing happened. I was holding the Lego astronaut minifigure when it suddenly wiggled like a trapped worm inside my palm. It shocked me, and I dropped it on the carpet. With a surprised face, my son said, "Are you all right, Daddy?" "Yeah, just fine. You should probably clean up this mess." I sat down on the couch, and I felt a sharp pain at the back of my neck. It's like the world's largest mosquito stung me to the bone. I touched part of my neck where the pain was happening, and to my surprise, I found something. It was another Lego. This one was a soldier. It had been the same highly detailed teeth and uneven eyes. What the hell? My son and I gathered all the Legos and put them inside the box. I didn't want to disclose it, but I was sure something weird was happening with these Lego toys. I don't remember what time it was, but I woke up hearing heavy breathing right next to my ear. I slowly opened my eyes and turned my head to the left. A scary-looking man was standing beside my bed. I could see his blue and white astronaut suit. His eyes were huge, and he slowly lifted up his sickle. "Can I play with you, Daddy?" I woke up screaming as I realized that it was only a dream. A truly horrifying dream. "No! Don't go in Daddy's room, stop!" Even though I found myself alone in my room, I was shocked to hear my son's voice from the living room. Why was he up so late? Thinking of this, I got out of bed, came out, and saw my son standing in the dark hallway with a freaky face. "Jeremy, what are you doing out here?" Just checking on you." "Checking on me? Why?" "They were trying to disturb you, so I thought..." "They? Who are they?" "The astronaut and the soldier. They snuck into your room to scare you." I could feel my heart beating 10 times faster hearing my son. Was this all real? Did I really see the astronaut? Suddenly, a crackling sound took place, and it was coming from Jeremy's room. What was that? "Oh no, they're angry now." What? What the freak is going on here? Being angry and pissed, I opened up Jeremy's room door and got inside. What I saw still scared me to this day. All the itsy-bitsy pieces of Legos were flying in the air, and two men were standing in Jeremy's room. One was wearing an astronaut suit, while the other was dressed as a soldier. "Oh my God!" I screamed in fear. Both men turned towards me. Their faces were made of Legos. I can't tell how creepy it was. Both of them started to laugh hysterically while saying, "Play with us, play with us." Jeremy clenched my hand and said, "What's happening, Dad?" Without wasting a single second, I grabbed my son and ran out of the room. I locked the door and could hear marching footsteps coming from inside. Then, the footsteps stopped outside my door. "Open the door. Daddy, play with us. Play with us. Open the door. We won't hurt you. We just want to play." "Go away and leave us alone." Jeremy started to cry out of fear, and I did my best to keep him calm. After a few more minutes of heavy banging, everything went silent. We stayed in my room the entire night, and in the morning, when the lights hit, I slowly opened the door and saw all the Legos lying on the floor, as if they had finally gone to sleep. I woke my son up and said, "Jeremy, grab all your Legos. We're going to return them to your new friend." "Oh, okay. Where does he live?" "In the cemetery." "What?" "Yeah, he took me there during recess and gave me his toys." I drove my son to the cemetery where his new friend lived. He took me to a gravestone, which appeared to be all new and shiny, hinting that whoever was buried here passed away recently. The epitaph read, "Rest in peace, Tim. You can play with your Legos forever now." It took me some time to register everything. I slowly looked at Jeremy and said, "Jeremy, did you take his toys?" "What? No, he gave them to me." "Jeremy, do not lie to me. Tell me the truth. Did you take the Legos?" Jeremy suddenly looked behind my shoulder. It freaked me out even more. There was no one in the cemetery but us. A shiver ran down my spine and I asked, "What? Is someone else here?" My son's face changed. He turned pale and started crying. "Jeremy, do not cry. What is it? Tell me the truth. I swear I won't be angry." "I like the two Legos, but Tim never said anything when I took them. He was just standing there watching me take him. He was watching us again now. He's standing right behind you." "Okay, that's enough." I placed the two Legos on the poor child's grave without even turning back, grabbed Jeremy, and went to our car. Jeremy was crying for the Legos, but I promised him that I would buy him new ones. The fact that Jeremy somehow ended up in the cemetery all by himself scares the hell out of me. I went to his principal and bashed the school authorities for letting a 5-year-old sneak out and wander the streets during recess. They said they had no idea how my son got past the closed gate, but after that day, Jeremy never talked about the astronaut or the soldier. In fact, he never mentioned the dead boy Tim, whose Legos he brought home. And somehow,